this computer. Thank you for joining and welcome to the self-care with your senses and Mother Nature and the elements online class. So I have held this as a real life workshop, and these were really just my notes. And then I made them into a little presentation quickly. And because I love the topic so much that I want to share more about it. And it's a reminder to all of us that already know something about self-care and that already have built a self-care routine into their everyday to, you know, file a little bit on it here and there, up-level those habits and reconnect with why we should and want to be doing this. All right. So for those of you who don't know me, this is for the recording only. My name is Katarina, and I'm very passionate about using natural solutions, natural tools for self-care. And my emphasis is on natural. I don't think self-care should be an unnatural occurrence in our everyday. It shouldn't take too much time. It shouldn't be out of your way, impossible to make, and super expensive either. It is all around us. A little bit like when you out in the wild and food is all around us if we just pick it, right? And self-care tools are all around us if we just remember to set our intention to use them. So let's dive in. And please Canva help me. Yes, there we go. And I have a little bit of a tea going on here. Look at me. So it's actually like this. I'm going to just pour myself a cup so that it can cool down. It's a very uncomplicated tea bag situation today, so no ceremonial. I'm out of ceremonial cacao and will only receive more next week. So that's why I'm making a good old tea. So how do you resource now as a participant listening here right now or watching here right now? I would love you to just jot down in your journal or think about it for a second. How do you resource? What is that moment in your day where you feel like you're getting more energy? Because I think many of us, if we're mothers, even if we're not mothers, and just creatives or in a job, we give and give and give all day long, and then there must be a moment where we are done. And some of us experience it in the morning at 10 already, and some only at 10 in the night, but at some point our energy runs out. And resourcing is not just meant to be with nutrition. Also, obviously, nutrition can be a great source for energy, but it can be non-physical things. It can be just moments of something like a gesture you do. You give yourself that moment and breathe in and fill up. And it can be morning rituals, it can be evening routines, whichever you use. And share in the chat if you have something really magical that you do that gives you that beautiful energy back. I love to use essential oils. You guys know that. I love to use essential oils for bookmarking my day, for intentionally filling up before I even run out, and intentionally rounding off the day to give myself some grace and some thanks and some forgiveness in the evening, and for those things that maybe didn't go so well, or just for a job well done. So that's one of my, Moa is coming in. I'm just adding her in here. So one of my ways is just that, think of that bookmarking. That's also why I chose this picture of the journal here, because I love to remember that as a, like, bookmarking means that you put you open the bracket in the morning and you end the bracket. So it's a little bit like it in your bookshelf. There's these holders that hold the books from all sides, and that's what is meant by this expression. So starting and Mo, I think you're not muted right now, but I can do that for you. Here we go. Starting and ending the day with intention to resource and to fill up. Here we go. Isn't that cool what Canva is doing for us here? And there will be actually 2 graphics that are with the Canva watermarks on, because I just couldn't be bothered to download it all right now. So just as a warning beforehand. Kitsia is writing her magical moments include dry brushing as a start and a finish of the day, naked in front of the mirror with essential oils and candlelights joined by calm music. That sounds delicious. It sounds like you're both giving your body some care and beautifying, and you are also appreciating yourself visually and giving love in that way, where we can easily be so critical with our eyes, and doing beautiful things in front of the mirror helps us appreciate our body and our shapes much more. So let's dive into the senses that we have, and I only include some of them, and I have a broader concept of senses, but it was those that I used the most. So touch is the first sense that we develop. It's almost as effective as words and facial cues. So think about, like, as a baby, the touch is really important. There's this beautiful way of massaging babies to just give them security and stimulate their bodies so that they develop their brains better. And then touch obviously provides stress relieving effects for the body because it creates some oxytocin in our body. Even just feather touch massage, we know that from when we were pregnant, those of us that have had babies in their bellies, that it's a pain relieving massage that you can give yourself because it creates oxytocin, and that travels quicker to the brain than any pain impulses. So we can kind of send in, when there's pain happening, we can send in feather touch massage as a pain relieving measure. Freya writes, bone broth first thing in the morning. Yes, baby, I do too. I'm out today. So today I took an adrenal cocktail instead. Bone broth can be such a great way of bookmarking your day. You can do that in the evening too. For those that don't like, start with it in the morning to round off and give the stomach some extra love. Definitely. So touch is the first sense we develop, and we can use it throughout our entire lives. Touch in itself has healing power. As a self-care practice, try intentionally massaging your whole body like Kitsia in front of the mirror. For example, with the massage oil and aromatic dressing, even together with a partner, it can be beautiful. And it doesn't have to be a sexual practice. It can be obviously erotic too. Dry brushing is one practice I recommend too, as it is both stimulating and lymphatic drainage supporting. Ketsia, have you been into my presentation beforehand? I'm joking. It is definitely a big self-care practice for me too. And dry brushing is not just, I mean, I use it to beautify my skin too, but it's also because I feel like I have stagnations in my joints sometimes, and that means I have been giving too much, and my body has been like, it has been on that like outward like gesture, and then the lymph kind of ends up in the extremities and just doesn't come back in. And then dry brushing really helps me to bring back myself inwards on a physical level. I love that a lot, that gesture of that we brush from the outside in and from the bottom up to bring it all back together, where to the source. And for the lymph, that's where it needs to go, right, to be able to get rid of all the slug products into our detoxing organs. So it's really, really a great practice to dry brush. And let's see, let's talk a little bit about Aromatouch, because it's a beautiful method that Dr. Hale from doTERRA has developed for us. And it's a simple oil massage with a whole rainbow of oils that you can do on yourself or on others. The Aromatouch technique was developed to maximize the benefits of essential oils. Its powerful benefits can be effectively delivered equally well by both the novice essential oil enthusiast and the professional health practitioner. So there's a training, Aromatouch massage training, where you can get like certified and all that, to give massages with essential oils if you are a practitioner. But there's also a lot of free information, and we'll go through some of it. And you don't have to be a massage therapist in order to give Aromatouch massages on your loved ones and family and friends, whoever asks you to. It's when we take